What's up everyone, Evgeny Genchev here, and this is Sweet Struggle. On here I share my knowledge and experience both as a performer and as a teacher to assist you on your musical journey. Today I'll be doing part 2 of reacting to your videos that you submitted for the Sweet Struggle 14-day challenge. It seems that this one might be the Liszt edition. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, then make sure to check it out after seeing this video, because there were some wonderful performances of Liszt, Beethoven and Rachmaninoff. Alright, now let's check out the first video. This is one of the Paganini Etudes by Liszt, and it's performed by Ajalyaqin. Anyway, let's just hear it. Alright, you're taking this with 2 hands. Nice change of register of the tone. A little bit less pedal there. Slow down. Bam. Bam. Trying to get to the last note with the glissando. You're overdoing the pedal, it's a little bit dirty here. Round out the fingers a little bit so that you'll be easy with the arpeggio. Nice. Well, make sure that you hold the last chord, ta-da, and then off. Don't just hit it and then lift off with just holding the pedal. It is better for the sound, and it's also better for the joints, and it's better for the audience when they're checking out your performance. And for the visual aspect of it, it's more of a ta-da, whoop, and then pick it up. For 14 days, this is an amazing job. Well done, and this is really great progress. What I would suggest as a next step would be to plan out the phrases. Check out what is the actual phrasing in the piece, where does the phrase finish, and make sure that you don't finish it with an accent. At the moment, sometimes you put an accent at the end which doesn't make it sound very rounded. It's not as organic as it can be. I liked how you changed the tone when you were going into different registers, but I think you can go with this even further. Make sure that, for instance, you give this lighter ringing tone at the upper register. Try to keep it a little bit softer, but still keeping that articulation and the edge in the fingers. As always, it's healthy to practice without any pedal to get absolute clarity on the articulation and what you're able to achieve with your fingers and your hands alone, and then just adding it as an effect, as some extra resonance that you can utilize into your performance, and helps your interpretation, helps things come together a bit better. Try not to use pedaling as a cheat code. There were a couple of places where your pedaling was a little bit muddy, so make sure that whenever you hold the pedal, it just covers one harmony or not contradictional harmonies, so that you can avoid that. Actually, the place that I pointed out during the performance was a good example of this, where you should have used more of a finger legato. You should have connected them rather than using that much of a pedal. Actually, I think in this particular bit, it is a perfect excuse to really overdo the legato, because that makes it even more contrasting. When it's like pa 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 ta ta tam ta da da dam, then you can really make a very expressive, maybe even a bit overlapped legato, so that it really stands out as to what has been before and what is after. I'm sure that it is going to create a very nice effect and very good contrast. And finally, regarding the glissando, I think you can make it in a much more subtle way, and obviously it's not written the same way for the violin, so you don't need to try to recreate the same thing, but rather make it in the best possible way for piano. I think for violin, actually, they play a long scale. With us, you can just do a very quiet and very controlled glissando. And I think there was a performance from the archive of the Tchaikovsky competition that I had heard of this etude, and this had such an amazing effect, like with such a soft and controlled glissando, that this I still remember to this day. Try to also keep it until the end of the glissando, so try with the glissando to hit the last note, so that it's not as a separate thing, so that you don't break it from the phrase. So try to, again, connect it as much as possible. So try to have it as a whole unit, rather than breaking it down into 2-3 segments within it. But as I already said, this is an amazing job that you have done for 14 days, and thank you so much for participating in the challenge and for doing such a wonderful job. Before we move on to the next one, if you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, click that bell icon so that you get notified every time I release a new video. Now, let's see what's up next. Really get there. You've been listening to Berezovsky, I can tell. I'll tell you why. Which it's a bit of a boogie-woogie if you ask me. Consciously make that effort, that sing and hold the tension in order to really recreate that, and that makes a huge difference. This is relevant for all pianists. So